Hey guys, I'm Fuller, and this is Jake McCarty.
How's it going?
Just gonna talk about upcoming album coming out and some other things, just revolving the Jake McCarty. To start off, tell us who you are. We know your name is Jake. What else?
My name is Jake McCarty. I'm from Kentucky. I'm from Oldham County. Just started making music like a couple years ago. I met Fuller a couple years ago. Also, it's like right around the time when I started making music. So, that's me.
We used to live together.
Yes.
When did you move to Louisville? I think that's kind of like you said, kind of important to the overall story.
Yeah, just because like the city life kind of like inspired me a little bit. But I moved 2016, I believe. Literally right when. Yeah,
well, we got the house together, but I mean, you'd been like just couch surfing different places like before that.
Literally, yep.
Like in music wise, who are your biggest influences?
As far as like old school stuff, like Nas, Tribe Called Quest, Kanye.
Can you really call Kanye old school though?
I mean, if you listen to him like early 2000s, I feel like that can kind of be old school. So, but like new era. I've been getting into JID because of you and other people. So
JID, come on.
And Kendrick, obviously. I think Kendrick's a main influence for sure. Logic too.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
You brought up starting rap a few years ago. What brought that on? I mean, we used to always sit around and just talk about rap for like hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
But I never really got that inclination from you that you wanted to start, rapping and making music. So it was kind of like a surprise for me to see you do that.
Yeah.
What brought that on?
Like a shift, I know. It started with like wanting to do like entertainment stuff. I wanted to make like videos. And so I knew a guy, he goes by Music Intel, but his name's Casey. He like is my producer and stuff. And when we started making like YouTube videos, I told him I wanted to do like this whole idea of like a party themed like video for like a 15-minute long like short. And it just turned into like rap and like music. I don't know. It shifted from like trying to make a skit movie show to like developing into rap because he makes beats and all this stuff and went to school for it. And so yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, your first EP is basically that. It's like a short film almost, but in a mixtape form. It's really cool to, I guess, see the genesis of that. You wanted to have it as a visual art piece
for sure.
Move into audio.
Yeah.
You have a new album coming out soon, Galactic Comeback. I think that's March.
It'll be in the summertime. We'll say March.
Summer, okay.
Yeah, it'll be summertime.
Okay.
We'll say March maybe.
What? I mean, there's been about, you dropped your last release the night we saw Travis Scott, so that was about a year and a half, 2 years ago?
About a year and a half ago.
What, I guess, what's been going on since then? What changed from the party to Galactic Comeback?
So like I said with the whole thing of originally like doing the skits and whatnot of trying to make like the party and then it turned into like an album. I wanted it to be like kind of well known and kind of just like appreciated for a while. And I kind of understood too like why like artists and rappers and stuff, anybody really like hold on like maybe a couple of years to like not make an album and like wait on it so people can enjoy it for years. So I don't know, I kind of like got that mentality and I've just been like holding on it and working really hard on it at the same time, doing other things in life and just focusing on trying to make it really nice so that way I don't mind to like put it out and I know people don't mind either. Like I've kind of like given snippets and stuff, but yeah. So,
are these songs that you recorded last year, 2 years ago? Or are these like songs I just don't like. You've been in the studio lately?
Not lately, but like working on them. Like I've been like working on editing them. I've recorded like majority of it.
Okay.
But there's like a couple more things that I need to work on. But it's mainly just like the editing and like making sure it sounds right. Because we'll make the music and then we'll like go and play it in a car or something like speakers. Yeah. So that way we know like the right sound for it. And sometimes like things like, what I'm saying, it's really like technical, but I mean, sometimes it can be super easy, sometimes it can be super tough. So.
Yeah. Earlier you brought up your producer, Music Intel, also known as Casey.
Yes.
Besides him, do you have any frequent collaborators, people, you have featured on songs, maybe engineering in the studio with you?
Yep. A lot of people like mainly my friends. I mean, I don't really want to like give a whole list of them, but like artists. There's this guy named Kyle Corum that lives in Chicago. He's pretty well known. Like out there, like he's doing some stuff and he's getting like popularity and whatnot and gets a lot of views. Let me think. Master Apex, someone I know too, is just a guy from high school I know. His rap name's Master Apex. He's dope. Big Monty is another dude that I know. I'm just shouting them all out, kind of, but not meaning to. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they've really been like kind of influential to me. This dude named Trevor. Just a bunch of my friends, like personal friends. So.
What's your writing process like? You know, for some rappers, they fill out a whole notebook of just like clever wordplay stuff like that. Some rappers just go to the booth and just freestyle off the top. I mean, what do you do?
I can't do the freestyling off the top, but like, I mean, I can, but it doesn't sound like, you know, like a choreographed, like well-made song in my opinion. So, I mean, freestyling's fun, but I sit there and write like heavy for a while before I do anything, and then if I write something, I'll record it and look at it and be like, that's not even right. So I'll go back and completely change the whole thing sometimes. So it's mainly writing. I enjoy the whole like poetic feel of it. So
yeah, well, that was what I was gonna ask next. Are you more into, I guess, the wordplay aspect when you're writing down, or are you just thinking what's gonna sound cooler in the overall song? Like, not necessarily, you know, like the deep and hard bars, but like, I don't know.
I feel like it just develops for me while I'm making the song. Like, if I had an intention to like make it like hear very lyrically and awesome and like want people to just listen to it lyrically, but then like a beat changes or something, like I add a new beat to it or whatever it is, and it sounds more hype, then I'll just like go back and edit it and make it more like, you know, uplifting it, you know what I'm saying, versus like a lyrical rap. So
Louisville, I mean, it hasn't necessarily been noted for its like hip hop scene. I mean, we have Bryson Tiller, even go as far back as like Static Major, who passed away, or things like James Furcus, who produced for Future and Young Thug. I mean, outside of that, if you could just sum up the Louisville hip hop scene in like one word, and then like explain it.
Maybe not one word, but up and coming. Like it's getting well known. I feel like. I mean, like you said earlier, Jack Harlow. He's kind of coming up. I mean, I know that he's well known for sure. Performed at Forecastle, which is pretty cool.
I mean, I saw him at Bonner like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was really good. Like,
I mean, his name, like, on Jack Harlow itself, his name's just kind of. I mean, I've heard about him since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems right that now he's like finally getting, like, climbing out of the city.
Oh, for sure.
Are there any other rappers or not necessarily rappers, but like R&B, hip hop? You know, is there anything like you see in Louisville that you're really into that maybe like our viewers haven't heard of?
I mean, like maybe my personal friends, like people that I've been just like hanging around. I've just been realizing that like people are underground or trying to, you know, come up from it, and like, and what's cool about it too, and for me is like now that I've like have done it and made some tracks, like friends that I know are trying to do it too. So I'm like, oh, dude, this guy. It's just like creating a wave of like trying to up and come with music, really in general. It doesn't have to be like rap, but like just people doing cool stuff. So.
What is, more or less, when can we expect to see some shows? Because I know right after the party came out, you did, I'd say, like 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah.
To promote it. Do you have plans to do more soon, or are you going to wait till the album drops?
Probably till the album drops. I like to just, the moment I put out the party, I literally scheduled, or not scheduled, but you know what I'm saying? I tried to
shows lined up.
Yeah, I had people like wanting to do stuff, like, and I was down for it. So like the moment I get this, like I'll be able to like make a set and perform it so much easier because I'll have all the songs that I already know and whatnot. So, but
what's next for you? You know, musically. I mean, have you thought about maybe partnering with like a country artist, putting out like an Over and Over Again, Tim McGraw and Nelly Part 2 type deal? Because I think you could kill it, man. You're from Oldham County, like.
Oh God.
There's that talent out there.
Oh
like,
God. Yeah.
No, but seriously, what is next?
Maybe like I don't know, like I would say country, but I know that people are doing not real like
the fake country, like country.
I just have seen that, but I'm just kidding. No, I was just kidding. But no, I'd say like, you know how like that whole wave of like screaming music is kind of like.
You're gonna get in on it?
No, I'm not going to. Of course.
Your roommate,
I can't
is very much in on that.
Yeah, I know. Like I have a bunch of like friends and whatnot that make music like that, but I would say that would probably be as far as I went with it. Like
I used to get shit on for listening to like metal music and
I know.
screamo, and then now it's like
Well-
what's popping in rap is like a 1.5-minute trap breakdown
Yeah.
while the rapper screams about like killing someone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hold up 1 second, like
I know a friend,
got
and I know
bullied
you
for
know him
this.
too. Excuse me. I know a friend, Kevin Kane. He's your friend. Also, you've met him. Awesome, knocked loose. He didn't really like hip hop either, but like now that this whole wave of like
mixing
metal,
together. Yeah,
dude,
no, I've
it's
seen
like
him hanging out with Post Malone
I'm
before.
saying,
Like
yeah, he's hung out with Post Malone and on like a tour bus. It was so cool, and like
so cool.
I know, jealous of that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But shout out Kevin Kane. But yeah, so.
So outside of sports, I mean, I know you're a big LeBron fan. LeBron aside, I mean, who inspires you, I guess, in the sport world?
Oh shoot, yeah, LeBron's like my big. I love LeBron. I'm a big Cavs fan. And
You're just a big Ohio like
I'm a Ohio
sports
head.
fan in
Yeah,
general.
I love Ohio. I'm from Ohio. I lived in Ohio for like 8 years, so it was pretty great. Yeah, but I'm a big LeBron fan. My grandparents are bigger LeBron fans than I
You
am.
mentioned that to me before.
They've seen him play. They saw him play
at high
in
school?
middle school. They
Middle
saw him play in middle school.
Dude, that's so weird.
He was well known in middle school for sure.
Trust me, dude. Like those, like, I guess I'll frame it in the way like there's a hockey player named Connor McDavid. And, like from the time that he was like 11 years old, people were already telling Connor McDavid like you're gonna be the #1 player in the NHL draft when it comes time. That's how good you are, and he eventually became the #1 player in the
Oh
draft.
my
Like,
gosh.
so that doesn't surprise. Like same
No.
with Bryce Harper at the Nationals. Like he was doing home run derbies at like celebrity events when he was like 11, and he was #1.
How do these?
After,
It's.
like,
I feel like the older.
It's
Like how long
scary.
ago was that?
like Bryce Harper, probably like 2010.
That's what I'm saying.
2009,
Okay, that's my point though. With it, it's like, it's just like a new era thing. Like this, the superhumans, people just getting like just
Dude.
bigger, stronger. It's ridiculous. It's
My roommate
ridiculous.
Trevor, we were recently talking about athletes today being able to play longer. I mean, you look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady is almost 40 years old. He might be 40 years old. Just played in his like 9th Super Bowl.
I know.
Cristiano
He's so
Ronaldo's 35 years old, and he's still playing a full 90 minutes each week, sometimes twice a week. Like,
Yeah.
we're officially going to be part of the age that sees athletes like. Before, when an athlete broke the 40 barrier, that was like, whoa, my God, like, wow, Brett Favre's 40, that's crazy.
I know.
But I think that we're going to be the first generation to see maybe athletes going past 40 and not being such a big thing because, I mean, LeBron. You look at LeBron James right now; he can still play 5-6 more years at
Yeah.
this level. It's scary.
Yeah. I think it's just more like the young crew being talented, so talented to the point where like they could play. I mean, obviously
And
they play for 20
there's
years.
so
obviously.
much available to them medically.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I know.
I don't remember which NBA player it was, but they posted a photo on Instagram, and they get in this bag after a game, and they sit there for 3 minutes. And it literally just like takes their body to freezing temperature levels, and like he hops out, and it's like his body never even played a game because it's like so cooled down and relaxed.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
it's just ridiculous.
I don't understand it, but at the same time, like you said, the medical treatment and whatnot. I mean, why not? Why not want to? Why not try to be playing for as long as you can? You're making tons of money. I mean, professionally, so why not go for it?
Is LeBron the greatest to ever do it?
In like sports or like
No, I mean not sports. Like just
basketball?
Yeah, he's better than MJ.
Uh,
You like one-on-one
discussion.
right now. Like who's winning?
LeBron.
Well, yeah, because MJ's like 55, but like he dunk on his ass.
That's hilarious.
Um,
If MJ were 30, if MJ were the same age as LeBron, I still think LeBron would win.
I still think LeBron would too.
I just think that but it's obviously everyone's gonna say it. The argument matters because of the like era time. It's different times. Like, people were playing differently at the time. LeBron is Michael Jordan is playing exactly how people are playing right now.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So as a Cleveland fan, as a LeBron fan, did it hurt the second time when he left? Was that harsh?
I just had a feeling you'd ask me something like that. Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
But I mean, he brought you a title.
I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm not a Laker fan. I am not.
Are you a LeBron Laker fan though?
No.
Okay, because as someone who's been a
No.
very big Lakers fan since last summer, like I just like question that.
I am not a Laker fan. I do not like.
No,
the
you
Lakers.
actually can't like. One of my friends gave me his NBA Pass login, and you can't watch Lakers games on it because like everyone and their mom wants to watch LeBron, so you gotta go fucking watch TV. I mean, you know, I assume you don't watch a lot of soccer. I mean, I used to hand out like beatings to you in FIFA, but that like it's not fair. Like it was like the time I played you in Madden and you like dog walked me in Madden.
Oh yeah, I'm good at Madden, but the new Madden.
Who is your favorite soccer player? Everyone, I assume at their heart, if you're a sports fan,
Yeah, I know.
you have a favorite soccer player, like in some way, shape, or form.
I gotta be stereotypical and just say Messi. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I just love Messi. I love Messi's game. I would watch highlights of Messi like on YouTube years ago, just because if he, I mean, he was just known as being like the next. What's like the greatest soccer player? Yeah, I think he would be like the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that, like a lot of younger soccer fans, I think miss out on that. Like, I mean, people who come in the soccer game now, like watching, it's already known. It's like if you started watching basketball when MJ was like 33, like, yeah, of course you know he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But for people in like 2009, 2010, 2011, and 12, like who were just getting in, like, I mean, like you said, those highlights from back then, dude, there's just something insane about watching those Messi highlights.
Yeah, no, I know, they're fun. And, I mean, just all, like, really talented. Like, obviously, Messi shows it, too. I mean, you don't have to be, like, huge to be, like, you know what I'm saying, like, built physically and whatnot.
Dude,
I'm
you
sure
read about his, like, story?
No, I
He
have
was
not.
born, like, 5'1". He was approximated to be 5'1".
Well, how tall is he now?
He's probably like 5'6", 5'7". But Barcelona, like, took him to Spain, and they did this surgery where they broke his shins and his knee in surgery and then put rods in him. Couldn't walk for a couple months, and then the bone grows around the rods and you end up growing a couple inches taller. It's just it's gross. Like,
what year? How old was he when he
was probably 8 or 9 years old.
Oh my god!
He joined their academy when he was 8. So
I bet that was expensive treatment or something.
Dude, they paid for all of it.
I know. That's crazy.
That's how much like they thought like he's gonna be worth it one day.
I'm sure. Man.
Like you said, people identifying like young talents when they're like
young. I mean, LeBron was literally probably like 12 or 13. I mean,
dude, people like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when I was in grade school, people would drive a couple hours to see me play. I mean, granted, they were my aunts and uncles, but like, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
We are out of questions, really. So like, I guess this brings us to the end.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and letting me not make fun of you for your sports choices.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah,
it means a lot.
I'm Fuller.
I'm Jake McCarty.
Yeah, check them out. Where can we find your music? SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify.
You'll find it on that
Jake
stuff.
McCarty?
Yeah, Jake McCarty. That's my
2 C's.
Yeah.
2 C's on there.
2 C's.
Thanks for checking us out, guys.
Thanks
we'll see you next week.
Peace out.